Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today is the day we get to turn that key on the truck, the work truck, yeah. I just hope to God that it is all okay, because I have taken a lot of stuff off this engine and I've done a lot of bits and pieces to it. So yeah, it's always a little bit risky and it's always a little bit nervous, but let's just see how it goes. It is what it is. So yeah, we've got that going on. I want to finish that off, and then we can sort of just try and turn the key. I've also got a Fiesta that's in for some work. We've seen it before on the channel. It's a blue Fiesta. It's one of my followers. Got a little bit of an issue with the brake pedal, so we've got to investigate what's going on there. Maybe it's something to do with the brake pads. Could be something to do with the brake dot 4 fluid. Who knows? Could be even be the master cylinder. Don't know at the minute. But we need to get it in the workshop, get it on the ramp, get it up in the air, and then we can have a look at see what is going on there. But I think the first thing we need to do is the truck. So yeah, I'm still waiting for that guy to turn up to give me a hand with that crank bolt. So let's just see, hopefully within the next sort of, he reckons about 20 minutes. So hopefully within 20 minutes, we should get that done. And then we can just crack on and continue with that, putting it all back together, like the radiator. All the bits and pieces are here. I'll show you what's left. So we've got the fan, we've got a couple of pipes, we've got that, we've got the radiator over there. Radiator cowling, covers, stuff like that. So not a lot are left, these little bits, not a lot left. And then we should be able to turn that key, guys. So bear with me and I'll see you in a bit. Right, well, I'm still waiting for help, guys, with that crank bolt on the truck at the front. Just while I wait for him to turn up, I thought, you know what, let's get the Fiesta in that I was talking to you about earlier. Let's see what's going on with the brakes. It's probably brake pads, so it could be the fluid, it could be the master cylinder, could be a couple of reasons why it's doing that. It's basically the pedals getting right, and she has to really push down to the bottom to get any sort of stopping power from it. So yeah, it's gonna be a couple of things. I need to take off the wheels just to check. She's saying she's getting some clunking, cranking noise coming from the rear as well, which I think is going to be the shock absorbers on the back. So yeah, I'm going to see what they're like as well. Take the wheels off the back, the front, and then we'll just get into it and just see what I can find. So I think let's crack on with this whilst we wait for the guy to help me out the front. So yeah, let's do this. Right, let me show you what I found. So basically I took the front wheels off and I took the rear ones off as well, because I'm going to show you the shocks. But let me just show you the brake pads first. I don't know if I can show you that. Can you see that? They're quite low, but not... It's hard to show you. I can show you in there probably. Can't quite show you the gap, the distance from it, but they're quite low. You could just see it. It's not that bit. It's hard to show you this. They're not really low, but they're getting close. Do you know what I mean? They're like, I think they've got about, I'd say there's about 3 or 4 mil left on there. Normally it doesn't really affect when you're pushing the brake pedal. If they get really low, it doesn't really affect that. So I checked the reservoir, which is the .4 brake fluid reservoir, and that is up to where it should be. It's up to the max there. So this isn't losing any brake fluid. But I will suggest to her to change the front brake pads just to make sure, you know, that gives her enough. Yeah, they're not really excessively low. They're still about 5 mil this side. Mind you, on the front ones they're about 5 mil, and then on the back ones they're a bit less. I don't know if I can show you it. I'm trying to get you in there to show you. I can't quite show you the gap between there. But yeah, I think what we'll do is you know, it's not a lot of money, these pads. Let's just whip them over, change a set of front pads for her. What are they, 45 quid or whatever they are. So we'll get them done. I'm going to give her a shout. I'm going to suggest that we replace the rear shocks on this one because they are sounding bad. Like, they do sound really bad. And you can see there's some sort of, you know, they're leaking bad. So I think they're absolutely gone. And there's probably no fluid left in the actual shock. It's all been depressed, you know. As it goes up and down, it comes out. So I think that's where the noise is coming from. The creaking, banging, cracking noise. You're not actually getting a smooth like movement on this anymore. It's more sort of. So that going up and down, in and out on this shock, I think is going to be the problem. So I'm going to say to her, we need to, you know, change these over as well. Let's get these done to make it better. I can't see anything else on the rear. The springs are good. They're not broke, so that's all okay. But yeah, and then I'll just take it for a test drive. I'll do the pads, take it for a test drive, and then have a go at that brake pedal, see what that's like. And if that don't solve it, then it's a case of going down the route of the actual master cylinder, which is at the back there. But they're not cheap, them things new. So, you know, I don't know whether or not she wants to go down that route. But yeah, it's a case of just trying to work out what's going on. But she's definitely not losing any .4. She told me she never filled this up. She hasn't touched this bottle. Because that's what I asked. I said to her, like, when she dropped it off, I said, did you fill this up? She went, no, I've not touched this. So it's good that it's staying quite high. But yeah, we'll have to see how we go. But let me get these brake pads ordered. I'll get them in, and the actual rear shocks. We'll get those changed, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so guys, I think we are done for the moment with this Fiesta. I just wanted to show you down the side of this car. She drops it off. I've had it in here a couple of times now. She laughs every single time, and I say, "You ain't had nothing done to this car." She says, "No, I'm just going to drive it as it is." But it is proper smashed up down the side. Yeah, but anyway. Changed the shocks, 2 new shocks on the back, so that's done. New brake pads on the front. She mentioned to me as well that it's sort of pulling to one side. Can't remember what she was saying, it was pulling to the left or pulling to the right. So she said, would I be able to take it to get some tracking done whilst I've got the car? So I'm going to go and do that in a little while, get the tracking done. And then we can then crack straight on with the truck, because the guy has been over and done the crank bolt pulley for me on the truck, guys. So now, all torqued up. I can't remember what he said it was now, but he done it. I like to hold it from the underneath I had to hold it from underneath whilst he was doing it from this side. But yeah, it's all ready. So now we can put all the rest of the bits and pieces back together and go for a start up. He did say to me, he asked me, like, obviously what I've been doing to it and what I've done. I said to him, I've done the fuel filter. That's completely changed for a new one. All the fuel lines have been completely taken away. He said, so the whole system is kind of empty. He said it might take a while for the actual diesel fuel to get back into the system and start flowing correctly. He said, so you might struggle on, the startup for a while. He said, but once it kicks in, it should just run. So yeah, we are getting close on this one, but let me take that Fiesta to get the tracking done. When I get back, I'm going to set you straight back up on the tripod. We're going to start putting all this back together and go for that turn of the key. So yeah, bear with me, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, guys. I think I'm there. I can't really put any more coolant in. I've put some in, but it's not going down, so it must sort of just want to flow around the system. Got to put this here in place with a couple of screws, but that's nothing. So really, I think it's time to turn that key. I've connected the battery back up, so that's done. So let's now see if it'll start. Oh God, I hate these moments. This might take a while to crank over as well. But let me just put it into park, and then we're going to try and crank this. So let's warm it up, glow plugs, because it's probably really, really cold. Right, okay, let's try it for this go. Well, she started. It took a while. Oil pressure light's gone off as well. But it starts, guys. I'll tell you what, it's ticking over quite nice as well. There's not a lot of rattle going on. There's not that diesel vibration sort of well, there you go. It is running. Got any leaks? No leaks. This was the this leak. This water is the excess that I took to sort of go in. I think it'll be a little bit quieter as well once I put this little air duct thing here. But it's ticking over. It is running. So yeah, a lot of work. That goes. Like that. I've got to put a screw there. And that, actually, that pipe sits in there, like that. Yeah, I've got to put a screw there, but there we go. Wow. I'm well happy with that. Well happy. That's a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff to come off there, a lot of stripping down, but it's running. So yeah, I'm going to leave it like that for the minute. I'm going to keep it running, and then I've got to check the gears, put it all into the gears and stuff, because obviously I've dropped the gearbox as well. Gearbox oil. It might not like it, but definitely a vibration going on, but I think the oil needs to circulate. The gearbox oil needs to circulate again, as well as obviously the engine oil. It's a little bit crunchy, I've got to be honest. So it's coming up on the dash, all right? There's no lights coming up. Then it goes into drive. Let's take the handbrake down and see if it'll go. Yeah. It's going, guys. It's moving. Nope, got a leak. We've got a leak. Oh my God, it's water everywhere. Look. Where's that coming from? Oh my God, look at that mess. Right, unbelievable. Right, I've got to work out what's popped off here, and I'll come back to you. What a nightmare. Look at that mess, look. Now I've got to clear all this up. Oh my, that was going wicked, wasn't it? Unbelievably good that was going. Oh my God, it is a mess. What is that? My God, guys, look. Some pipes just come off somewhere. It smells like gearbox oil or something. Let me find out what is going on and I'll come back to you. But look at this mess. Unbelievable. I thought that was going great. It was going great, wasn't it? Always something. Right, let me come back to you in a minute. Right, okay guys, I worked out what happened. As you can see, it's a little bit more cleaner than what it was before. That was an absolute mess. I'm not going to be able to get every single little piece cleaned up on this, so it'd have to burn off. You know, I'll try to get up as much as I can, but as it gets hot, it'll just burn away anyway. It absolutely stinks because what it was the gearbox oil that had pulled off. See this pipe here? That one had just pulled off. It runs perfect. As soon as you put it into gear, that's what that pipe is, because it's a coolant system, and the gearbox oil is run into this actual rad. So the gearbox oil is cooled down using on this rad as well on the front, and that's what it was. This is gearbox oil went everywhere, but you see the state of it, the mess. That's terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, it's nice and clean now, and it runs lovely, ticks over really nice. So yeah, I've checked both levels on the engine and the gearbox, and they're both up to level. Coolant, I'm not sure at the minute. I think coolant needs to sort of circulate a bit more. I think I need to take this for a drive. Oh God. So yeah. I've got no gears at the minute for some reason. Now the gears are not working. Oh God, there's always something in there. Yeah, it's not giving me reverse for some reason. It's going into reverse, but it's not actually moving. I'm revving it. It's not moving. Oh, now it's moving. Yeah, now it's going. Now we've got gears. See, it's moving now. And it's drive as well. So it stopped going. Like it was just going there just a minute ago in reverse, but now it's not going in reverse. I think the gearbox needs to sort of circulate, needs to go back into the system again. There we go, I've got reverse again. Drive. I think you just need to do it a few times, didn't you? Right. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take this for a drive. I've got to. Oh, God. So yeah, but at least that pipe's not leaking anymore. That's not come apart, so that's all done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it for a spin around the corner. So bear with me, guys. Let me take it for a quick drive, take it for a test drive. I'll come back and let you know, yeah, how it is. So, but yeah, at least it runs and drives. That's the main thing. Bit of a disaster with the oil going everywhere, but yeah, it could have been worse. It could be worse. So yeah, let me take it for a test drive and I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay. So guys, I'm back from the actual test drive with the truck. Do you know what? It does actually drive nice. It's smooth. I'm not 100% convinced about those. There's like I'm sure there's a tapping noise coming from this. Starts on the button, lovely. But I think it's a bit tappy. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up on camera, but it just like the actual engine really smooth. Like it's hardly rattling or moving whatsoever. So it's running really straight. Do you know what I mean? So the actual engine is running really nice because it's not even there's a slight vibration, but that's it. So it's definitely running a lot smoother than it was before. Definitely. It's just that I can hear a little bit of tapping. I don't know whether or not those hydraulic lifters, they might need some more adjustment on this, I think. So we might have to take it apart again on the top end to get that adjusted. It's okay to drive, and it does drive really nice. Goes in all the gears, you know, no issue whatsoever. Done the coolant. But I think what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take it home, drive it home, then drive it back in the morning, and then like you can hear the tapping from this end much more. There's two noises to it. There's the engine sound, and then there's the tapping of the valves. Obviously, they're gonna tap anyway. So obviously they're whacking against obviously the lifters. But I think we can make that better than that. Like actually, like it is running kind of the smooth, but it's running a lot straight and a lot flatter. It's really hard to explain, but it's not. It's nowhere near as bad as what it was before I sort of started the work and sort of taking it apart and doing what I'm doing. I just think I need to run home tonight, run it back tomorrow, and then check the levels of the engine oil, the gearbox oil, and the coolant in the system, because I'm getting hot air. It's nice and hot, that is. So it's running around the system. It does sound nice. It does sound all right, but I just think we can actually adjust that a little bit more. I think. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit more work, but for now, and turn it off. For now, we are done on the work truck. You know, it runs, it drives, it's actually running quite nice. I like it. It's just, I think we can adjust it a little bit more. But it's, you know, it's fine to run. I can use it. It's just that I think we need to sort of, yeah, adjust that further down the line. But let's just get it back on the road. Let's get it back so I can use it. And then we'll, yeah, we'll go from there. But so I think, guys, I think it's been a success. I think, you know, I've really enjoyed taking this one apart. And I've really enjoyed, you know, working out what's what and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of today's video, and probably the end of the work truck for now. We'll jump on something else tomorrow. Probably jump on the Vauxhall Corsa limited edition, the white one. We still ain't finished that, so I'll probably jump on that tomorrow and get that finished, get that MOT'd hopefully, get it all wrapped up, cleaned, get that one up for sale. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching me do this one, because I've really enjoyed taking this one apart. We have got my wife's Range Rover we need to work on very, very soon. And that needs timing chain and a load of different service parts on that one. Get that future-proofed as well. And yeah, we've got that coming up very, very soon. But for now, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Cheers.